It's officially official. Josh Naylor is back with the Seattle Mariners on a 5-year, $92.5 million contract. Welcome to the Dom Skeen channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. And that's right, Mariners Baseball Communications today at 3:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time puts out the contract details for Josh Naylor, and there's two main things here. The dollar amount, which I said was going to be 100 to 125 million, based on the fact that, Spotrac and the like sites have him just under 20 million, whereas I thought he would get a little bit over 20 million per year, average annual value, because we hear how valuable he is and how invaluable he is beyond his stats and numbers. Obviously the most valuable person in the clubhouse, according to Cal Raleigh, in his MVP press, in the press junket of MVP stuff, he said that. And the other main piece of this puzzle, of this contract coming out, is that he has a full no trade clause. So we get Josh Naylor, Julio Rodriguez, and Cal Raleigh for the next 5 years at least in Seattle. Now, this is a huge signing. This automatically makes the Mariners offseason at least an A-. I don't see how you can give the Mariners less than an A- this offseason after they re-signed Naylor. This was the one move that you needed to make to keep the team together. Suarez, well, we absolutely appreciate what he did for us, is probably going to walk, and it would be a shocker if he re-signed. Jorge Polanco, I think, is completely up to the hitting coaches if we re-sign him. It would be big shocker considering how few hitters Seattle has ever signed for more than $10 million per year. Dating back to Cano, right? This is the biggest free agent contract for a hitter since Robinson Cano. The only hitters we've signed for over $10 million since Robinson Cano. And even, I think, with that, the only ones we've given multi-year deals is, you go back, you do Cruz, right? Mitch Garver, Naylor. That's it. We don't really pay more than $10 million for a free agent hitter, but in this case for Josh Naylor, we did. Now, and we also have barely ever had the situation where we have a player go into free agency and then re-sign them on the hitting end. Usually either we get an extension done or we let him walk, and we haven't let him walk too much. So this is an incredibly inspiring move for the culture of the Seattle Mariners. It shows that if we get a player and we like him, we're going to keep him, regardless of free agency, all that stuff. We might not be a team that's always in on big free agents, but when we get a player and it works, we're going to keep them. And I am sick, so I apologize not getting this out to you guys earlier. Got my little All-Star Game mug with some tea. But there are numerous effects. Not only, does the culture in the clubhouse grows stronger and stronger with this move. Josh Naylor's words to say, "I'm going to be a Mariner again, and I couldn't be more excited. From the moment I arrived, everyone in the organization welcomed and helped me. The players brought me in and loved my game right away, and the fans were incredible. Seattle has the best fan base in baseball. They're electric and support us through and through, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. I can't wait to continue to play with these guys and bring the city a championship." Now, Naylor had more than 1,000 OPS at T-Mobile Park this season. He was one of the few hitters of all time who's ever said, "Yeah, I enjoy hitting at T-Mobile Park." That's also been a problem with free agents, but not for Naylor. He has such pure contact skills. Him and Polanco were the face, I think, of the success that this new trio of hitting coaches had. Edgar Martinez, Kevin Seitzer, and Bobby Magallanes. These guys, what they preached and coached an up-the-middle approach that Jorge Polanco was really the poster boy for, but Naylor was just, he's pull-heavy, but he's gap-centric. And he finds a way to just put the ball in the gap. He finds a way to, hit for over 1,000 OPS at T-Mobile. Not only, we're going to talk about Naylor, what this means for the offense all offseason. 129 days till opening day. As of right now, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on this video, hit that notification bell, because we're going to be uploading, I would like to say every single day. I'm sick right now and I'm uploading, so I'm going to be trying to upload every single day for you guys until the beginning of the regular season. And then we're going to recap every single game as well. However, and I want to get more shorter videos out. I don't want to go 30, 50 minutes every single time. Want to be able to get you guys quick 10-minute stuff. But another super interesting thing right here is that the Mariners move right back into that 15th spot in the MLB in total payroll. The Mariners, I don't know, and this is a comment trivia question of the day that I don't actually know the answer to, so I'm hoping that you guys can help me. AI is not going to be able to help us with this one. If there is an AI that can answer it, let me know. I mean, maybe ChatGPT can. I'm not a big ChatGPT guy, but the Mariners are back in the top 15 in payroll, and I don't think we've ever been above 15 in payroll in Major League Baseball. I don't think we've ever been in total payroll allocations. So active 26-man payroll, meaning our 26-man active roster, we're 12th now in payroll. We're 12th in payroll for our active 26-man roster, which I also don't know if we've ever been over. I don't know if we've ever been as high as 12 in our active roster either. Maybe when we had Cano and Cruz and those guys. Have to do a little bit of digging to find this, and I didn't really feel like doing the digging tonight. But you look at the Mariners, 90-72 record this past year. The teams that have a better record than us, I mean, the funny thing is you got teams with records all over this chart of payroll. You know, the Dodgers up at the top, right? Won the World Series. But then, Toronto is an interesting one because they're at 5th in total payroll allocations. And they still have to deal with the Canadian dollar being only 0.71. The one Canadian dollar is only worth 0.71 US dollars. So, 71% is value. Or my math might be wrong there again. This is not a finance channel. This is not not an AI channel, technology channel. This is a baseball channel. And the fact that the Mariners are 12th in active 26-man payroll and 15th in total payroll right now. This is incredibly encouraging, and this is where you have to give props to the Seattle baseball group and John Stanton. I, first of all, want to give them props for, I just watched this Expos documentary. I don't know if you guys haven't gone and checked it out. Go ahead and check it out. It's a pretty good documentary. It's incredibly revealing on how Major League Baseball works in small markets. And they even show a graphic during it, and they say the smaller markets that have had success in Major League Baseball. And then they show like Seattle, Detroit, Cleveland, Arizona. They show all these markets that really every single one of those ownership groups has been under fire in the last 365 days, in the last year. Detroit obviously going through it with Scuba right now, getting absolutely hounded across baseball as they should from a team building standpoint. Cleveland, long known to be a smaller market, and their owner, they go and scout good players. They get good players. Jose Ramirez is making about half of what he should make right now, but they're always competitive, and they're putting together an excellent core. Year after year after year, they're always reloading. When they do when you think that they're going to go down, they reload, and then they have guys coming up from the minors and playing excellently. They have an incredible farm system right now too, funny enough. Cleveland does. So, but it was interesting to see that graphic and see those are the smaller markets that have had success in Major League Baseball. And the truth is, the smaller markets that have had success in Major League Baseball are not just the ones that have spent, because, you can spend, right? And then it can be a problem. As with the Expos, right? They had a really, really good team the year that the strike happened in 1994. They won like 20 of the last 22 games. They had the entire culture thing going. They had all these young players, all this talent. And then the next year, they were in such financial trouble, losing money, with this breaking down stadium, small team, small market in these weird ways. They had to literally just offload players because they weren't going to be able to pay them. And that is scary. But also, getting back to the question I was asking is, the smaller markets in Major League Baseball that have had success, it's not about having success on the field. It's about having success keeping the team there for more than 20 years. Because there's, the Montreal Expos, right, spent, I want to say 32, 34 years, 36 years in Montreal. The Mariners almost left Seattle after 20, and we avoid death on its doorstep by the grace of God. So to make sure that never happens again, I appreciate that the Seattle Baseball Group and John Stanton they kept our stadium up and running and renovating it, steering clear of disaster and preventing that for years to come. And we have a culture, and with that Expos documentary, you learn a little bit too much as you get older to believe that culture is completely impenetrable and that it will fix everything. But culture fixes almost everything. It makes everything run smoothly, even when you're faced with tough situations. Makes everybody want to come to work. And I cover the Seahawks on SeahawksWire.usatoday.com, so go over there and check that out. But Ernest Jones made waves after the Seahawks. The Seahawks lost by 2 points, 21-19 to the Rams yesterday. Ernest Jones goes out and says, Sam's had us in every effing game. He uses the expletives. He goes out and he makes headlines, really just defending the culture of the Seattle Seahawks in 2025, and says, if you have something to say, I'm really trying not to swear on this channel because I want it to be family friendly. But what that did is, I guarantee you, that made everybody on the Seahawks extremely excited to show up to work today. It made everybody extremely excited to put on that Seahawks, polo or jersey or helmet, whatever it is, right? Makes everybody proud to wear the badge, proud to wear the logo. And with the Mariners, re-signing Josh Naylor makes us proud to wear this logo. It makes us proud to show up and do what we love to do. Not only, the people in the clubhouse, but people like me, tickets go on sale, I think, tomorrow or next week or something for the Mariners. I'm not the one to give that a huge advertisement. I even buy tickets third party sometimes. If I'm being completely honest, that's one of my, I buy the tickets where I can find a way into the stadium, however it is, whatever game it is. But, the Mariners deserve some credit. The Mariners are going to sell a lot of tickets when ticket sales go on. And, it's going to be darn near a record, I bet, for most ticket sales, at least in a decade. There's so much optimism around the Seattle Mariners. We're top 15 in payroll. And when you start top 15 in payroll, that means you have a much better odds chance of going to the World Series than if you don't. I almost want to end this thing here in the 12-minute range because of Josh Naylor's jersey number of 12. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you celebrated us signing Josh Naylor tonight, because for me, it was just sipping some tea, trying to get over this sickness. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Go M's.